right, just finished watching the clip of, as I know you all have seen, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. I guess it's supposed to be funny, right? I mean, that's what you people do, right? You laugh at everything. Keep in mind, these are the same people that will complain about black progress and police shootings. Then you'll get the typical BLM protesters and all that mess. They're the same people making excuses for Will Smith while laughing at Chris Rock's embarrassment. By the way, shout out to Chris Rock for being a stand-up dude, taking it on the chin literally and, being stand-up, being classy, professional. I mean, I saw him taking jabs at everybody. I mean, this is the Oscars, people. When you're the host, it's tongue-in-cheek. Nothing's personal. I won't stay long on this subject matter because it's really disgusting. I used to be a big fan of Will Smith. I'm not surprised that, people can really disappoint you. I mean, we're not supposed to idol worship anybody. But nonetheless, my childhood really surrounded this man, watching all his stuff. I'm a big Will Smith fan. Haven't been for a while. I think his household, despite all that money and success, your household fell apart. And, as men, end of the day, we'll get the blame. So who am I supposed to say, gets the blame? Jada? Unless you think she wears the pants. And maybe apparently so. How embarrassing at one of the biggest stages, no matter what your political views on it is or how you feel about it, the biggest stage where Jada Smith and Will Smith just a couple years ago was asking all black people to boycott the Oscars. And who do I see front row? Is that, I was going to say a term for Jada, but, I'll leave out the disparaging remarks. But this is for black men. I get it when the women laugh. I don't take it so, serious. A lot of you like to laugh and giggle. I expect that of you black women. But you black men that are going around thinking somehow this is kudos to Will. And, this is a funny moment in history. My question is, would Will have done that to a white host? And I don't care what their accolades are. That goes for any white host. Would Will have done that? Now, regardless of how you feel about Chris Rock and what positions he stands for, that is an accomplished brother. You don't have to champion him, but you can respect him. He's a dignified man. I thought he was doing a good job. Then I hear the people saying this was staged, this is fake. But you people always forget about the optics. It's always the optics. While you're laughing at a skit or whatever this was, they're laughing at us. The stereotypes, the remarks that will be said about this will set us back, man. Because this is not your typical Ray Rays and Pookies down the street doing your typical ignorant depictions of what it is to live in black skin. These were two accomplished brothers supposed to be of class. And Will runs up there and does that. And you mean to tell me the only thing you guys can tell me is, he's a man for that because of what his wife was suffering from. Same wife that humiliates her family, putting out their business, open marriages, making a joke of the nuclear family. But, let's laugh. These are the same people that will try to shove BLM down your throat. What a farce your movement is, people. A farce. That's what people look at it as. A farce. You know, I don't give these people the acclaim of being at the head of, you know, of whatever movement for black people or representation as our leaders. But nonetheless, that's how they're viewed as. So the optics again, people, the optics. This was an embarrassment. An embarrassment. You watched a man, and this, again, this is if it was real. You're watching a man having a meltdown. But once again, selective meltdown. Because he wouldn't have done that to a white man. I dare one of you to prove that to me or show me what man has stood up and done something like that to a white individual. And let him have a name. We would have sat there laughing and bow jiving and samboing all through the fucking night. Excuse me. I try my best not to cuss. But it's an embarrassment. I went through social media just to see what people's reactions are. I don't know why I was surprised, but still, I would think most of us would have took this as something degrading. Very unbecoming of who you were supposed to be, I guess. Or maybe you was the cuck you always were. I mean, that's not who you stand up for, Will Smith. If this was, you know, not staged, that's not who you stand up for. Not that woman. That embarrassed you at every twist and turn. Classiness, though, right? They told me this is the upper echelon of who represents us. That's what they told me, you know. How embarrassing. Violence only towards each other, huh, black men? And you all laugh at that. You see it every day in our communities. Every freaking day. I don't care if you was a minister, whoever you are. You have this skin that I have. There's no barrier. There's no borders with us. We have the time and energy to destroy one another. I mean, again, to make Chris Rock get humiliated like that. I have no words, man. I have no words, honestly. Like, this was a humiliation. By far, probably one of the highest ones I've seen in terms of that world, you know, Hollyweird. And it had to be two black men. The spectacle, huh? So keep laughing, and they'll keep laughing at us.